Hello, champions. In this session, what we are going to do is we are actually going to log into this Linux instance from your Windows machine. So you see, this is a cross-platform, your Windows machine and the Linux instance. So I'm assuming that you have watched the previous videos, you have created your Linux instance. Okay, in the past, watching my past videos, you have installed the tool called Putty. This is a tool that you'll be using to connect from your Windows to Linux. You also have installed the Putty Gen tool, convert your .pem file to .ppk. So I believe you have the ppk version of your .pem file. So in this session, what we are going to do is quickly connect to our Linux instance from Windows machine using Putty. So quickly going ahead into lab. So, this is my instance. You can see that before I connect to this instance, one of the things that you have to ensure is that the port 22 has to be open. Okay. So I'll quickly go back into security groups. I'll say right click, open a new tab. Okay, so this is a instance that I'm going to connect demo-ec2. And if I quickly go into the security group, I'll say edit inbound rules. Okay. Now the thing is, I want to connect to this Linux instance. So the protocol that we use is SSH. There are already some rules for SSH. I just remove those for avoiding the confusion. So now let me add a rule so that I can connect to this instance via SSH. So I say add rule. Okay, and we will connect to this instance, which is Linux instance via SSH protocol. That's port 22. And who's going to connect? I'm going to connect. So I'm going to say my IP, which means only my public IP should be allowed. So this is my public IP right now. If for some reasons you're not able to connect, you might temporarily use anywhere IPv4, which means anyone can connect to this SSH, this instance via SSH. But this is not a good practice for your production or non-production scenarios. It is good for your account, like if you all you want to try. But the best practice is always use my IP so that you can connect. Only your IP can connect to this instance via SSH. So I'll say save rules. So this is the first thing to be kept in mind. You have to allow the port 22 in the inbound rules. Now let's connect to this instance. So let's check the public IP. And the tool that we will be using to connect to this instance is P. So let me quickly search for Putty in my browser. So sorry, in my search bar, I'll say Putty. And note that we don't need Putty Gen, we need Putty. So I'll say Putty software, putty.exe, and it is as simple as this one. Here, what I'll do is click on this square box to copy your public IP. So going back to Putty, I have copied my public IP. The thing is, you just don't need to just put your IP. You also need to put the private key. Why? Because you see your system is on cloud. How will the instance understand who is the owner? Is it you or is it someone else? So the one who has this PEM or PPK file is the owner. Okay. Since we are logging via Linux instance, or sorry, Windows to Linux cross connection, we will use PPK. So you need to go in connection. In connection, you will see SSH tab. You need to click on plus. Okay, so that this expands, and then you click on the auth. Again, this expands. You need to click on credentials. In the private key section, say browse and select the path of your PPK. Okay. Again, if you see all files, you will have a PEM and PPK. PEM won't work. So make sure you select PPK. Okay, and then say open, and it will ask you to accept the key. So it will say yes, it will be cached. Okay, so the next time. And now you need to put the username ec2-user. So this is a default user for Linux AMIs. So I'm putting is ec2- that's minus sign user, and I say enter. And voila, we are on the box. Okay, so that is what I wanted you to quickly do. I wanted to quickly ensure that you have allowed port 22 in your security inbound rules. Then please make sure you have the PPK file of the key pair. Use Putty software to connect to your Linux instance, and that's what we had in this quick demo. I hope you enjoyed this. I want you to write your 3 key learnings in the comment section, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Cheers. Bye bye.